Constructed in 1818 for the naval hero Stephen Decatur and his wife, the Decatur House is one of the oldest homes in Washington, D.C. Today it is a museum showcasing African American history in order to distract tourists from the true nature of the grim past. Many visitors to the Decatur House would suffer stomach pain during and even after their visit. They would feel an abdominal cramp and suddenly feel a jolt that would force them to grab onto furniture to prevent themselves from falling over. In some of the most extreme cases, they would have to rush to the bathroom to vomit, or even feel internal bleeding days after their visit. And they would ask themselves, am I coming down with a virus? May have been food poisoned. I mean, that burrito I had for lunch was a little iffy. But when they would visit doctors, they would have no explanation for why they were feeling such pain. The true nature of the unexplained abdominal pain was due to the ghostly apparatus control that Stephen Decatur had over the estate. Decatur died in his home after 2 days of excruciating pain from a gunshot wound to his abdomen during a duel with Commodore James Barron. And you might ask, why were two naval officers partaking in a deadly duel? Commodore Barron wanted Decatur dead due to his role in stripping him of his command as a result of the naval incident in 1807. James Barron commanded the USS Chesapeake, and when it was attacked by the British HMS Leopard, he offered up little resistance and surrendered. The British were looking for deserters and tried 4 sailors from the Chesapeake. One ended up being hung, and the others were brutally punished. This was a humiliating event for the young United States, and due to Barron's poor leadership and cowardice, he was stripped of his command for 5 years. Decatur was one of the members on the jury for his court-martial. In 1820, after several years of bitterness, Barron hunted down Decatur and challenged him to a duel. Despite Decatur being in the right, James Barron shot him through the gut. Decatur was quickly rushed to his home, and doctors tried in vain to save him. However, after trying 3 times to sew his wound, he soaked through the bed sheets each time. And then he yelled out, "I've never known a man to suffer such pain!" And eventually, he succumbed to that pain. His wife broke down in utter hysterics and began to weep. And she had to be sedated. The wife never truly recovered from her husband's loss. After Decatur died, he immediately started haunting Mes. You could see him from the upstairs window staring off at the street, as if expecting the eventual arrival of Barron. The apparition was so often in that window, in fact, that eventually it had to be walled up. Others said they could see Decatur leaving out the back door with his pistols in hand in the early morning. Would Decatur have to relive this fateful duel over and over? Was he hoping that maybe this would have a different result, that he would be able to prevail, restore his honor, and eventually pass on? We can only hope that in death, Decatur no longer suffered